8 minutes to talk about hot particles. It makes sense, a little time for a little problem that can turn into a big problem later if you don't understand how damaging it can be. Just like we do every week. Hey FukuFighters, it's Dave, and this is the FukuFriday Happy Hour Hangout for July 12th, 2019. After the Fukushima nuclear disaster began in March of 2011, quadrillions of becquerels of radioactive isotopes were released into the environment. Some of the fallout fell on the eastern part of Japan, stretching all the way down to Tokyo Bay. Most of it was dispersed by winds into the Pacific Ocean. Most of the time, radiation is invisible. You can't smell it, taste it, touch it, or see it, but when Fukushima vented its 3 reactors, including the mixed oxide fuel found in Reactor 3, which was blown out during an explosion, a strange byproduct was produced. Back in 2012, reports started coming out about a strange black dust found around Fukushima and in isolated areas. The dust resembled glass in a powder form and registered high radiation levels. Cesium and strontium were detected, but more recent studies show that there was a uranium component as well. So in addition to gamma and beta radiation worries, if you ingested any of this black glass, you had an interior alpha radiation exposure as well. And trust me, that's something you do not want, ever. When Japan went into cleanup mode in 2013, some of this material got swept into the thousands of black plastic bags still lining roads there in Fukushima Prefecture today. Some of it is still lying around, just waiting to be turned into mud pies by kids who don't know any better. And as we've established before, radiation impacts kids far more than it does adults health-wise. So you have an all-new and dangerous form of micro-waste that does nothing but make you sick in the long run. So much for carbon neutral, eh? That's nuclear power for you. It's all pie in the sky, whiz-bang awesomeness until something goes wrong. And then it's a new nightmare for everyone. Remember in the Chernobyl series on HBO's first episode where the citizens of Pripyat were standing on the bridge watching the fire at the plant burn? That horrifying moment of the episode for me was like watching ghosts dancing in the snow because the flakes of graphite flying around them killed all of them. You know that, right? What happened then was a macro version of what happened at Fukushima 25 years later. No wonder so many kids in Fukushima Prefecture have A2 thyroid anomalies to deal with now. In addition to the initial releases of radionuclides, they've had to deal with random dust as a danger ever since. But hey, it's okay to hold Olympic events there now because, no outdoor athlete ever breathes in dust while they're playing, right? Now, I know all this sounds pretty scary, right? And if you want to find out more about the scope of the hot particle issue, I recommend that you go over to Fukuleaks.org for an in-depth analysis of the problem and in addition to the links listed below in the description of this video. It's your job, FukuFighters, to get this information circulated, so get to it. If you haven't already, what have you not done lately? Gone over to OperationSaveTheEarth.com and checked out our helpful links section because literally everything you need to get caught up is right there. And then, once you're caught up, be sure to stay caught up by signing up for our free weekly newsletter. All you gotta do is send me an email at info@OperationSaveTheEarth.com and I'll put you on that mailing list. And don't forget, follow us on Twitter. That's at OSTE 8 minutes all spelled out because that's where you're gonna get all the latest Fukushima news of the week, guaranteed. Now, if you think that 0 hot particles from Fukushima reached the US or Canada in 2011 from wind dispersal, keep in mind that this material has been found hundreds of miles away from the Daiichi plant site already. A little dust won't kill you, but a little radioactive black glass won't help either. And if the rise of cancers and leukemia in this country is any indication, seems to me that the next time something like this happens, you have a whole nother set of problems to deal with. It's only a matter of time before the next meltdown occurs, thanks to safe nuclear power plants. So take the precautions you need now, and better yet, push for a 0 nuke future so that you don't have to add to that laundry list of worries that you already have. So until next time, this is Dave saying peace and good fortune to everyone. Take care till then.